Hello, welcome. We are the Thamesmen.
Hello, George. Hello, George.
Hey.
George, I apologise.
For what?
For looking so red.
Have you been on holiday?
Yes, I found a lovely little cottage in Russia in a beautiful little hamlet called Chernobyl.
I don't think they call it cottage, they call it a dacha, do they?
Well, there was no one there. It was empty all around, and I come back glowing at night.
Did you see any interesting animals while you were there by any chance?
Yes, yeah. I saw a 3-headed wolf, a 4-headed frog, and some feral children living with some bears.
Well, that sounds lovely. It was a lovely spot. Was it cheap?
Yes, it was. It was a one-way ticket. I was surprised when I came back.
But
no, I do apologise. And to the viewers, we got no idea. We're having a few issues. George looks like a very cheap Afghan rug that's drained of colour, and I look like I've been basically solar
irradiated.
Radiated, yeah. And I haven't. It's just
I know. We'll work this out one day. Every day we fiddle around, and who knows what will happen. So anyway,
that's what she said.
Exactly. So we are in the middle of a Motorhead. What was the excuse for doing Motorhead? Just we like it, was it, or was it?
Well, we thought Motorhead Monday, but then
Motorhead Monday.
We worked out it Thursday, and it won't be going out Monday. It'll be going out some other point. But then we thought, well, we like Motorhead,
so let's just do Motorhead, and it's not even Thursday; it's Wednesday. But that's okay.
Yeah. Jesus, we're all over the place. I'm not.
The wonder of YouTube is that it doesn't have to sit to a certain... We could just say it's Monday. We could have just said it's Monday, it's Motorhead Monday, and no one would know any different, would they? Now we've just shown we're idiots.
Well, it's Monday.
It's Monday!
Hey!
How's your week going there?
I was in Russia. How was yours? Right, anyway, I kicked off with my favourite track, which is Overkill. Go and listen to that, and do yourself a favour at some point. Have it on your playlist from, and when you're driving, put it on. It's a phenomenal track. So what have you got for me, sir?
Oh, well, I've gone for a bit of a classic as well, back from the era, because this was my era of Motorhead, even though I love them to this day. This is Bomber.
Yeah.
Which is just such a great name for a song, and it's just, I don't know, it was, I don't know, the whole that era of like, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, all that stuff, and Bomber. That's just like you can't just say Bomber. You can go Bomber. That's how you got to say it.
Well, let's have a bit of Bomber.
Bomber.
Okay.
Bomber. Are you ready?
All right, ready.
Excellent. Didn't Bomber Harris live in Goring?
He did live in Goring, but no one's meant to know that, right? Because he quietly went there. And and for those who don't know, Bomber Harris was head of the RAF in the Second World War, and he was the guy that did all the bombing and burnt down all the German cities.
Yeah.
He went to South Africa, and then he came back, and he had a house down Ferry Lane, and where I lived at Goring, and every year I thought this was normal. Because every year on his birthday, a Spitfire, a Hurricane, and a Lancaster bomber would do a low fly over his house. And they used to come up the River Thames. And then my mum was on the PTA Fate Award. We had to dress up, and and she was on the award thing with Bomber Harris, who was dressed up as the best pumpkin or something like that,
Oh, really?
But it was all hush hush that he lived there. We all knew he lived there,
right?
Because of the Anyway, we're digressing.
Anyway, Bomber. I just suddenly remembered that. I was just and I don't know why it came because we about bombs. So there we go.
Right.
All right. Are you ready?
I am.
Excellent. 3, 2, 1. Bomber.
seem to kill, and you know we always will. It's a bummer, it's a bummer. 8,000 miles, living like the rising moon. My song coming closer, leave on to the moon. Because, you know we're doing great, and listen every night. It's a bummer, it's a bummer, it's a bummer.
Excellent. Damn, that was good. Damn, that was good. That is proper rock.
It is proper, absolutely proper. How did he get away with those vocals?
I don't know if he did he?
Well, he did. Obviously, he made a career out of it.
Yeah,
but,
no.
We grew up with Lemmy, so But if I were you, just coming in straight in with that, that's hard. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah,
there's nothing pretty about it, is it? It's that's the point,
though, isn't it?
That is a point. That is a point. There is nothing pretty. It's so bad. It's so loud. It's going to kill your lawn. So
I remember stories of people coming back from Reading Rock Festival where Motorhead played, saying like a bird flew in front of the speakers and it was so loud the bird died. I remember that, like rock and roll story. It was like, it was awesome. Yeah,
yeah, they were a dirty band, but but
but he was like, we mentioned it before. Like it was a sad day when Lemmy died. It was about 5 years ago or so, and he lived in LA. He was like we talked about. The Rainbow Bar and Grill was his place, and I remember being in LA after he passed, and they streamed his sort of memorial funeral on the internet. And I've never done it before, but I watched the sort of the service, if you call it that, where they had his bass cabinet and his bass set up on the stage, and they had all these sort of like his hat and his boots, and then they had this huge mirror which was surrounded by flowers. And then down the middle, it had like these white flowers, like a line of Coke down the middle of it. And that was like the backdrop. And then all these people would sort of came into the service or whatever. And they're all these rock people, roadies, people he worked with, musicians. And they're all in their rock regalia and what have you. They're all given a shot of Jack Daniels. And then they'd all get up and they'd tell a story. And like they'd talk, and they'd get up and they'd tell this some sort of epic road tale of... being on the bus with Lemmy or this happening or that happening. But it would always end up with but you know, he had a heart of gold. He's a really lovely man, you know. And it was always every single one that had this sort of epic rock tale, and then what a nice guy he was, and how he helped someone and did this and did that, and it was lovely. And then that day, so I watched it. Then I sort of gathered some friends, and we went up to the Sunset Strip, and it was a zoo. There was like famous people, Hollywood celebrities. The drummer, a friend of ours knows the drummer for Motorhead. What's his name? Mickey D, I think it is. And we met up with him and tried to get into the Key Club where they were doing some songs, and the Rainbow was rammed with people, and everyone was just going Jack Daniels and Coke. It was madness that night, utter madness. And I'll put some photos down here of that. It was moving, and I was so glad to have a rock and roll night to celebrate that moment. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, I remember the funeral. I saw Dave Grohl do a nice piece on there, and then also Jack Daniels. They did a special Motorhead
version of the Jack Daniels, Motorhead Jack Daniels bottle, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which is really good. You know,
yeah.
You know, it's a sadder place for not having Lemmy around, because I said earlier, I think he's one of the very last true pure rocker, dirty rocker from that era that was still kept true. There was no selling out with Lemmy all the way to the end.
Nah.
I mean, what you saw is what you got. What the guy on stage was the guy off stage as well. It was just, you know, he was a grumpy git, but
I wouldn't
in his
know
own
about
way,
that.
you know.
Yeah, no, it was cool. That was very cool. Excellent. Well, I think we should take a quick break.
Yes.
We got to keep our sponsors happy. So we'll be right back after these.
This is it. The now designs for That Shirt by Double Two. The latest new knitted. The greatest for color and style. That shirt is something else, and it's tapered to fit your body like skin. It's That Shirt in Dacron cotton by Double Two International. Now on release.
Okay, we're back. So I think, so Motorhead, I tell you what, I was looking around for Motorhead. I came across a couple of Lemmy doing covers. And so maybe we could do that, another edition of original versus cover.
Well, he did Louie Louie on his first album.
Yeah.
He did, I know he did...
Heroes, Bowie.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've also, Pleased to Meet You, won't you tell me your name?
Rolling Stones?
The Rolling Stones one. Pleased to Meet You. Woohoo! You know, what's that?
Black?
Symphony for the Devil. Symphony for the Devil. He did that as well.
So that could be kind of fun. You know, that might be something different. We could do a Motorhead cover versus original sort of thing.
Or there's Metallica doing Motorhead songs as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to ask that. Are there any people who've done the cover versions of Motorhead songs? You know,
there's Metallica. There's Metallica doing quite a few. Actually, yes, because I mean,
we could go down a bit of a rabbit hole here, and I don't know how many people
let's not drag the audience with us.
The good people of YouTube may not be so into this, but if you are, let us know, please. And by the way, we like and subscribe. We love your interactions. We love to know you're here. It encourages us to keep going. So, and
if you don't like and subscribe, we're just going to make more Motorhead videos. Right,
and then we'll post them personally to your house.
We're going to burn DVDs and send them. Right, shall we wrap this up with a bit of scoring? Don't you think?
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Bagger or Wagger. Excellent. All right, so this is where the rubber hits the road.
Said the priest.
Doors.
Said the priest to the nun.
Did he? Did he? Well, so how would you know? Okay, so Motorhead Bomber, my choice. Your time to score.
All right, coming straight in. 8. Great song. Yeah, great song. Great band. Ingrained in English culture and rock history of England. Superbly branded. Lemmy was a bit of a god, wasn't he? He was Hendrix's roadie.
That was pretty cool. I never knew that. It was a great fact to learn. So 8.0. I'm going to go for 8.5 because it was my choice and I like it and I love, and that was it. Hammersmith, which was where I went to my first gig ever. My uncle took me to see Black Sabbath.
No way.
Mob Rules tour, which was running James Dio. It was post Ozzy at that point, or when Ozzy had stepped away, and but with Tony Iommi and everything like that, and it was like I was a 13-year-old or something. It was like New Year's Day. He drove me up in his car. We went to Hammersmith Odeon. We were up on the balcony in that place, and I remember he had a cigarette, and in front of us as we're going into the balcony area, there was a guy with a big hairy Afghan coat on, and the cigarette caught the coat and it caught fire. The whole back of this guy, and we're like surrounded by sort of Black Sabbath rockers. I was like 13 or something, and my uncle was like beating out the coat of this guy in front of us. And for me, it was heaven, true heaven.
Did we go to Hammersmith Odeon? To go,
where did we see
was that Hammersmith? To go and see
The Who? We went to Wembley Arena. That was Wembley Arena. The Who we went to see. That was
to go see my dad.
Oh yeah, we went to see your dad there.
He was there. I didn't think that was Hammersmith Odeon.
Yeah, that was Hammersmith Odeon. So yeah.
Small.
Well, which was No Sleep Till Hammersmith, mate.
There you go. All right.
Anyway, what did we say? Did we just do the scores or not? I can't remember.
8 and 8.5.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's a 16.5, I believe. Perfect. So temporal space-time continuum problems are striking us again.
I'm doing it on purpose so you can go through the portal and I can upgrade you with a nice big blonde that has to,
Mark
type
3.
like that.
You are weird. Okay. Oh.
You're going to get sucked in. Don't do it.
There we are. It's there. It's on the bottom of the chart, but it's still in the hands of some mighty fine people. So that's all good.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, look, I promise you guys, viewers, we won't go too far down Motorhead because we could stay there a long time. But
I don't know about that. But good times, Motorhead. Good times.
Thank you, George. I really enjoyed that track. Loved it.
Yeah, awesome. All right, mate. Thank you. Motorhead Monday is a rousing success, I'd say. So good.
All right. Take care. See you on the flip side.
I suppose it's the end of our game. Do you mind putting my cue away? Have Pierre bring the...
Is ready, monsieur.
I'm dreadfully sorry, Monsieur Ballon.
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Inspector. Maurice will do it for you.
Let go of my back. Thank you, monsieur. Tell you, Monsieur Ballon, whoever invented that rack should have his head examined. Yeah. Well, we will continue at another time.
A pleasure at any time.
I suggest you have your architect investigated as well.